Hello, everybody. I started a little early just in case I have people waiting in the wings. Little birdie told me they would be. So we'll kind of hang out and chit chat for a little while until the rest of the group gets here. Till 6 o'clock. We only have a minute yet. See my nice Christmas paper here. As you hop on, don't forget to say hello in the comment section. I would love to hear from you. Let me know you're on and that you are watching. I had a little test run about half an hour ago, trying a different setup, but it appears I was sideways. So I'm still working on how to adjust my camera on my phone to do that. Somebody else said they couldn't hear me. Could you let me know if you can hear me? Oh, trying a different setup. Okay, I'm going to turn my sound off. I just double checked it on my laptop and it appears that the sound is working fine, so we're okay there. And we're upright, so that's good. Not sideways anymore. And if you just hopped on, you are going to see in front of you the beautiful Heartwarming Hugs Designer Series paper. That is in our mini catalog, filled with all the Christmas goodies and everything else. That is the designer paper I'll be working with tonight as we do the pinwheel technique. I can't really call it a card fold, so I call it a technique. And when you find these on Pinterest and you look at them, they kind of look hard to make, but they're not. They're very simple. So I'm going to show you how easy it is tonight, and then I'll show you another sample for all my little Halloween lovers out there. So we'll definitely be hitting 2 holidays with this technique. So, and then my greetings, I'll use Itty Bitty Christmas and Light Me Home. Those are 2 that I have used before. Now, let me get this out of the way, this beautiful paper, and I'm going to set it aside so that it doesn't get messed up. I had to put that there because I got some sticky stuff on here. All right, we'll get rid of that. Every week I have a prize drawing, and the prize drawing is for anyone who comments on the Facebook page while they're watching, or if they watch the replay. And tonight we're going to do the beautiful, very vanilla lace. So I don't know, can you see that? Good. It is really pretty and perfect timing for Christmas. So cross your fingers and hope you win. Dawn, if you are watching, I have your other winnings coming out in the mail for you. So let's get our little spinner here. We have a new one. You guys might be seeing this upside down. I have to try to see if I can get this set up for you. There we go. How's that? Let me put it down so it's, oh, we got some glare there. That's not working well. Okay. Let's just spin and see what happens. Dawn. Ah, Dawn. I'll just tuck that in with your other stuff. So congratulations, Dawn. 3 weeks in a row. That is very lucky. Very lucky, Miss Dawn. So I'll be getting that out to you. Get that out of the way. And we're going to get started. So I'll get the little pieces here that we need. Try to keep them off that little sticky spot. As I said earlier, we're using Heartwarming Hugs Designer Series paper. And I am also using Mossy Meadow and the Pear Pizzazz. Those are the 2 colors that I'll be using with my designer paper. No guesswork, because it all comes with the nice list that Stampin' Up! Gives us. So, I got a few comments though. I'm glad you guys are watching. Don't forget to comment. All right. So this is just basically my base that I'll be using. So 8.5 by 5.5. And then this little piece here. If you don't want to mess with weird little dimensions, then just do 4 by 5 1/4, and then this piece here would be 3 3/4 by 5. If you go over to my blog tomorrow, which is Linda's Stampin' Escape also, I will have the cards up that you see tonight, and I will also have a PDF file that you'll be able to access and print, and it'll have the pictures, the dimensions, and all the supplies that I'm using. So let's get started with this. You will need 2 squares that measure 2 5/8 by 2 5/8. That makes it square. I'm trying to be funny. Anyhow, you will need 2 of these pieces, and then you will need 8 squares that measure 1 1/4 by 1 1/4. So, but you will want 4 each of 2 contrasting designer paper pieces, or you could even use cardstock. So, the first thing you're going to do for your pinwheel is to adhere these 2 pieces together. You can use glue or your mono adhesive, whatever your favorite adhesive is. And we're gonna lock these 2 pieces up. Now I like to use my grid paper here to make sure I'm lining it up nicely. Let's just pop this in here. The grid paper is also for sale in the catalog, and it works wonders. All right, so let's get this on here. Line these up. There we go. And seal that down. Again, you've heard me say I use my block to make sure that that is on there nicely. Okay, the trick for this is your very first piece. Once you have your 2 pieces together, this will be the base for your pinwheel. When you're attaching the first small square, and we're going to start with this one here, you're only going to adhere the right side of the paper to the base. So we're just going to add a little piece in the corner here, and then we're going to lay that down. Sometimes I use glue because on the last piece it just works really nice, but since we're using designer paper tonight, it'll easily flip up and you'll be able to put that down. Now for the rest of these, you are just going to do all 4 sides and then tuck this in each corner. And you'll be surprised how quickly this goes. Once you get your pieces cut, you'll be able to fly through quite a few of these at one time. All right. I hope you're putting comments down for me. If you have any questions, what's your favorite color? What's your favorite designer paper? Get ready for that one because you'll be using up lots of your paper. In fact, this is a great way to get rid of your scraps. Considering it's only 1 1/4 inches, you got leftovers, this is the perfect way to use them up. Simple, and you're just rotating every other one. You're rotating your base there, and then your colors. Can you see how this is coming to life already? And how quickly this is to do, or how quick it is to make? All right, we got 1 more of the green ones left. Tuck that right there. Like to leave a little space out. And now this is the piece you needed to leave open. So this one does get all the adhesive all the way around. And then you're going to lift this piece up right here. I hope my hands aren't in the way. And then you're going to slide this one in. And actually, this part is why I like the glue. The glue slides a little bit easier than your sticky adhesives. So now you're just going to grab that edge, put your adhesive up there. I'm just going to go over that. Little pressure on there always helps that adhesive to adhere nice. And there's your pinwheel. Now, that did not take me long to do at all. Probably less than 10 minutes. So cute. All right. Now, we'll put the rest of our card together. So a little layering. We are going to put the Pear Pizzazz onto the Mossy Meadow. And I'm going to go this way, so I can see 3 of the 4 sides right there. Catch that. For some reason, this is probably the hardest part of me making my cards, is getting my layers on straight. All right. And then the same with our designer paper. I like to catch my corners. 1 in the center. And again, this. I like to do my open side. As long as I don't put my greeting upside down, I've got it made. And how many times have you done that? I can't count how many times I've done that. I used to have a friend who every time she made her cards upside down or backwards, or put the greeting upside down, she had one special friend that she always sent them to. And I just thought that was so funny. All right, so there that is. We are going to adhere that, but you want to put something in the center there. And I am going to use the Elegant Faceted Gems. These are new in the catalog this year, and they are very pretty. There is a champagne, and then you have a clear, and then you have a white. And the white or frosted, whatever you want to call it, that one's a little flatter than these two, so I'm going to actually use that on this one. So we're going to take the bigger one and just pop that in the center. Oh, it's so pretty, and it brings out the white in your background. And now we are going to pop this up, but I'm just going to wait with that for a second so we can do our greeting. Our greeting is going to be stamped in real red, and it is coming from the Light Me Home stamp set. That is also in our mini catalog. So we're going to just stamp this on here. Am I in camera view? I hope so. It says, feeling grateful for the blessing of your friendship. I thought that was perfect for our Pinwheel card that kind of reminds me of quilts. And quilts to me are just warm and fuzzy. So we are going to punch this, and I am using the Everyday Label Punch for this one. And get this lined up in here. It was a little crooked there. Pull it up. Here we go. Get that out. And it's kind of big for my greeting, so I want to jazz this up just a little bit. And you can do that, or you could cut it off if you'd like. So I'm going to take that grid paper I have again, and I'm going to line this up. Straighten that out a little bit so we don't have crooked lines. And I'm going to take my real red Stampin' Rite marker, and I'm just going to go from here to here. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the bottom. It just adds a pop of color. And I should tell you, I'm actually using the little lines here, the length of them, to set myself up here so I get a nice straight line. And then from here to here, I'm just going to add a little more on the ends. So it looks like it's supposed to be that way, right? And then we will use our Stampin' Dimensionals to pop this up. 1, 2. You can use more if you want. I tend to use a lot. All right. And the reason I'm putting my greeting on first is because I want to make sure this all fits together. And I knew that my punch was kind of big. So there we go. Get that on there. And we're going to put dimensionals on here as well. And I am a creature of habit, so I always put my adjoining pieces. I always put my dimensionals over the adjoining pieces so I don't have an issue with them falling apart. And if you're using a good adhesive or glue, you should not have that problem. And I wish I had my pick your tool handy so that I could pop these off just a little easier, but it seems to be working. Okay, so now we're going to take this, and this one here, I'm just going to give a little twist and bring it down. It's going to kind of match my little points right there. And voila. There is your card. Quick and easy. I would say less than 15 minutes actually to do this card. The cutting, if you're sticking with your basic sizes, is not going to take long either. If you're a little bit worried about that 2 5/8 inch, I do have a little trick here. It's not a trick, but just to come in and show you how to get that 5/8. So if you're one of those people who say, I'm not good at math. I don't like all those weird dimensions and stuff like that. Oh, I get it. That's why I like to help people when it comes to this. It is 5/8 is just 2.5 plus 2 little ticks. So that's actually an eighth right there. So 2.5 is 4/8, and up to there is 5/8. So it's 2 little ticks. Every little tick is a 16th, and the skinny ones that are longer in between is 1/8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 is 5. And then you would just cut. Bring it around. 2.5 first. Get that 1/8 added on there and back. So now you have your 2 and 5/8. So just remember, it's 2.5 plus those 2 little ticks. So I'll move this out of the way. And we'll go back to our card that we made tonight. And if you think that designer paper is just a little too busy for you, then don't fear. Just use cardstock. So this is the one I made with just the cardstock. That really makes your pinwheel pop out. It just makes it stand out so much more because it's the focal point. You don't have any busyness behind you. It's just the pinwheel. And the Lots of Love at Christmas came from the stamp set Itty Bitty Christmas, and that is in the big catalog, our annual catalog. And you see how nice and dark it is. You know I was using my Stamparatus. Yep, stamped that one 3 times to make it nice and dark because I wanted it bold enough to read and to go with my red here. And then I wanted to make sure that it didn't get distorted when I embossed it because I used the subtle embossing folder after I did my stamping. So those are our 2 Christmas cards. And then for my Halloween lovers, I started one. I didn't finish it yet. That is my Halloween one. That is the designer paper. Oh my gosh, and I can't remember the name, but you know what? I have my catalog right here. And I know it's something about the night. And I should know that by heart because I've used it 100 times. Magic in This Night, designer series paper. There is a whole suite. And if Halloween could be beautiful, this is the suite. This is the suite. You see this pretty paper here? Because the background is white, you could actually color that. So I could have used 8 of those pieces and sponged the Granny Apple Green on one and Gorgeous Grape on the other, or whatever colors you prefer, but don't let that hold you back. Go and create your own colors. Anything that has white on it, color over it, unless it already has colors on it. But black and white was made to be colored. So if you have any questions, please put them in the comment box. Again, I will have a PDF file for you. These small blocks are 1 1/4 square. Your base blocks are 2 5/8 inch square. And then don't forget to put a little embellishment in the center. I use the iridescent pearls from the catalog. Oh, yes. And this little paper right here, I call it he because it reminds me of Jack on A Nightmare Before Christmas, who for some odd reason my 5-year-old granddaughter loves. Anyway, that's what that paper reminds me of. Jack. Must be why I call it he. But anyways, you could color that background too with the little different color. Maybe granny apple green would look cool. Bright green stripes with that black. So first your base, put them two together. Just adhere all your little squares. Make sure that you always leave that first square, the left side open, just secure the right side. And then once you're all done, tuck that underneath and make sure you put your adhesive on the first piece then and place an embellishment in the center. You can use either your designer paper as a background, or you can emboss cardstock. You could pretty much do anything you want. And again, this allows us to use up our designer paper scraps. It is only 1¼ inches wide, so whatever scraps you got left over, use them up. And you should be able to make birthday cards. Any designer paper will work. So, ladies, make sure you comment. I wish I could read your questions if you had any. I'm looking into going into Zoom and seeing how that works. I also have a class announcement out. It is on my Facebook page. It is also on my blog. It will be on my calendar this evening. I'll put that up. It is the Arrange a Wreath. It is a stunning. It is so versatile. I just don't know. And I can't wait for everyone who takes the class to see these. It's not just about the wreath. Some of it has to do with the design of the card. So it fits perfect with this wreath set. So I've got some amazing cards for you to see. You can just sign up either over Facebook or off my blog, or give me a call. My phone number's all over the place. I would love to have you join me. The class will be in my home, and we're keeping them small, so I'm hosting 2. One will be on Thursday, September, oh boy. I don't have my dates here. I'm so sorry, but they are on there. It's going to be a Thursday and a Saturday, and they're pretty close to the end of the month. They're posted on Facebook already. And I'm also doing this virtually, so you can do it that way as well. There will be videos for you to watch. Your paper, whether you are in my class or virtual, you will have everything cut and prepared for you. You will just do the stamping virtually. You will need that bundle. And if you buy that for me, I have an amazing special. So ask me questions if you want to hear more. I'm thrilled to share that with you. Also, save the date. The first Saturday in October is National Cardmaking Day. Actually, it's a World Cardmaking Day. And I am throwing a party. It will be a virtual party over Facebook, but we are going to have giveaways and games and presentations. So you'll get to watch cards being made. And if I can do an interactive on there, I will try my hardest. See how we can do that. I'm really new to all this technology, but I'm working on it because I miss you guys. It's just been far too long. I'm wishing this COVID would go away like the rest of you, and we can gather again. But this way, at least we can party together. So I have the Arrange a Wreath class and World Card Making Day, and we're going to party. So hook up with me for those events, and I will see you back here probably before Tuesday. Have a great night. Thank you.